Queen Wave. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, everybody.
Look who's in the house. We got Celtic Sheila and Bathrobe Danny Shay.
But I'm not in the bathroom. I'm in my smelly fish shirt.
Okay, that's good. Well, at least it's a dolphin, right?
Yeah, it's a dolphin.
That's not
a mahi dolphin. It's a mahi dolphin.
Oh,
it's the dolphin fish, not the dolphin.
It's not a dolphin. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the blue and yellow dolphin fish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys. So we just said hello to everyone. How about you guys do your announcements? Danny, what do you have going on this week?
Nothing.
Danny, do you have collaborations going on?
What's that?
And what about your class? You're doing your class, right?
I am doing a class. I'm doing an intro to shamanic journeying, and so we're halfway through it. So that's been an eye-opening experience for me for teaching a class like this for the first time, dealing with my favorite technology, and so. Things, but it's getting smoother. The technology's working its way through whatever it works. And it's really exciting. I'm having a great time. I think people are liking it. And then, so I've just been kind of working on that. And so I don't have too much going on. Got back from Shasta, which was awesome.
Yes, and I watched that video of all four of you. That was a great video to talk about your experience.
Thank you. Yeah, it was so much fun. That place is just special up there. Really cool.
It is special.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm getting good feedback about your class because I taught my last tarot class of 8. We did our last study last Sunday, and one of the people in my tarot class is in your shamanic journeying class, and they love it.
Oh, great.
So that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Sheila, what have you got going on?
Well, I have a few collaborations on my channel if you guys want to go back and see a few of those. Not much. A few things have slowed down a lot. Actually, in July, I have Dave Johnson. I'm going to invite back onto my channel. I have Adam from Astrology is coming back.
Nice.
So I have a few things. Let's see. What else have I got? I guess I'm going to be on the Tarot Community Game Show.
Oh, how fun is that?
They're going to play like Pictionary or something. I've been invited onto one of their teams, and I think that's 8 p.m. Mountain Time on the 22nd on Friday. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm collaborating with another viewer. We're talking about remote viewing, where whatever I do and stuff like that, I'll have to get that announcement on my community page. But yeah, so I have a few things. I've been invited a lot, and that's really nice to be invited.
It is.
Wonderful. Well, you're much loved.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So I have 2 announcements. My crystal class begins Thursday, August 4th. It's 4 classes, and email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com, and I will send you a class description on what all we're going to be going through and how to sign up. thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. And then this Friday, I will be with Becca from House of Lenormand on her channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's this Friday, and it is a fundraiser for Planned Parenthood, and Johnny and Jen and Adrian and Tony and Lena will be there. So I'm very happy to be a part of that. All right, so that's it for the announcements. Let's dive right into the environment. Let's see if, can we ask if the electric grid, is that, what's the name of that? Is it
Ercot?
Ercot. I knew it started with an E. Very good, Dan. You win the trivia test for the day. Let's see if that grid's going to hold, because they're going, like Dallas is going to be like, I don't know, 108 or something, some crazy nonsense.
Really?
So So
Yes.
we're reading on the grid in Texas and see how it's going to hold up.
Yes, the Ercot electric grid in Texas. They're asking for people to reserve. How do you reserve? I don't think it's going to be as bad as what happened in the winter because I don't think everybody has electricity in Texas. I mean, I don't think everybody has air conditioning, not electric.
You were thinking of the Texas in Europe where people.
Some
Anyway.
don't. Yeah, no.
All right.
Not everyone has air conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see if the electric grid at Ercot will last. Will it make it through? Thank you, Marie Henson, for typing out the question. Blessings to you.
Mm-hmm.
You should make Marie Hansen a whatchamacallit so that her name will highlight with the question. Just a suggestion. It's your channel.
Oh, I can't for this. It just says, because I'm not in YouTube, it won't let me make her moderator.
Oh. Yikes. Okay.
What did you get? As soon as one of you,
I got some shenanigans going on.
oh man, in
That's-
Texas?
I know. I'm out on a limb here, and people are going to call me crazy. So I'm using my Wild Unknown. I have the 7 of Cups.
All right.
So there's a lot of delusion. In the future, I have the High Priestess. So it's like there's still going to be some secrets that are going to be maybe coming out, maybe not coming out. At the top and at the bottom of the reading, I have Justice at the top and the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So it's going to come to light. But to me, this is them trying to contain the heat wave with the 3 of Wands in this deck. Because the passion, the color is all encased in those 3 of Wands. And so I was going, well, is it going to hold up? And I was getting when I was reading it that it's not, but they're not going to let it out. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I tried to do some clarifiers. And again, they're going to try to cover it up, but there's going to be medical emergencies and some koala bear is going to have its tail on fire. So it's going to be hot. And there's going to be medical emergencies. So it looks like, no, it's not going to hold up for everybody, but the government's not really going to admit to it, or Ercot is not going to admit to it. That's what I got.
Okay. I can't believe there's shenanigans in Texas.
I'm
Right.
sorry to say that. It pains me.
What'd you get, Miss Sheila?
Okay, so as I do, I'm muted so that nobody gets disturbed by my shuffling. However, I got the medical too. But what I got was a possible hospital going down, like a medical something. and putting people in danger. It's not like, the house and this, that, and the other and people, but it was almost like that's exactly what I got. Because I got apathy. They're going to ignore it. They're going to ignore it. They're going to ignore it. They're going to literally ignore what needs to be done. And it's like taking the mystery and the skill and the development out of it. Like apathy. They're not going to do it. So we know that. Then we have, of course, the painful, and then I got also the temperance in fighting a battle, but that battle was inverted, meaning these people who are battling something else are going to suffer. And that's when you said something medical. I'm like, that sounds about right. I also got the Page of Cups, which was also inverted. New ideas, doubting intuition, creative blocking, emotional immaturity, with that the emotional immaturity of the Page of Wand or the Page of Cups, where they can't get any farther into fixing this. It's like they have to either be beholden to the money or they have to be beholden to the people who need electricity. And it never diverges into the people. It always lands on money. Always lands on the money. I also got the Emperor at the end. At some point in time, the stability of the power is coming. And this may be Beto O'Rourke's, his election. That maybe, just maybe, because in the future, there is going to be a stability of the power. So that's what I got.
Wow. Yeah, I'm also getting that they're going to say, okay, we have hope for Beto because this guy's no good. And I just want to say a quick happy birthday to Susie. Everybody wish Susie happy birthday. And I'm also getting a big problem with something medical, some doctor facility, big problemo. So maybe they don't have enough generator capacity there to help them out. They're going to try to paint a picture. They're asking for people to help and conserve. They're going to say, you can help your fellow Texans, if we all work on this together. But some people just won't do it. And then there's going to be there's problems. And they are going to have shenanigans. There's going to be a lot of lies about the truth of what's going on here. They're going to try to spin it, and then they're going to call for, Beto's got to come help us. So we all got pretty much the same thing. I didn't get the tower as outcome, but I did get judgment. Like, this is it. We're done now. We're done with Abbott. So hopefully that's true.
Done with Abbott? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Abbott and Ercot, because Abbott didn't fix anything from the cold snap that took out Ercot. Okay. All right. So keeping with environment, Biden is going to declare a climate emergency sometime this week because of what's happening in Europe. All over the world, what's happening all over the world. Will everybody get on board? Will every country get on board? Will we get everybody to work together? And will we all take a net for Manchin? Will we just dunk them?
Please?
Will all the countries get on board?
Yeah.
They had a railway that I guess some parts of it, but there was some buckling in a couple of areas, and then they had an airline runway that buckled and melted. That was the Royal Airport. So,
and I've been reading a lot of different articles, and I think it's USA Today that's putting them up. That comes on my news feed. And yesterday it was, these are the top 10 cities to live in when you're dealing with climate change. And then today was, these are the worst cities to live in for climate change. And, the United States has a couple of cities that are going to be going under. Florida, you got a couple over there, New Orleans and New York City.
You mean with water?
With just climate change and rising sea levels. And
yeah, that's more on the East Coast, more towards Miami.
Just because Miami's so low, is that right?
Yes, and they already have problems, so they're definitely going to have issues. When they have the king tides, they have some roads where the water comes in.
Right.
All right. Well, Biden declares climate emergency. Will this motivate everyone, all the leaders, all the foreign leaders, the big countries get on board? And it's been sustained heat in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go first if you guys want. I got mine.
Yes, please go.
Well, interesting enough, the first things I got is that hard choice, that mental hard choice. But, Biden has diplomacy skills. So that came up underneath his hard choices and his ability to talk that through. We also have tons of fear, but his inspiration is new, right? He's going to be able to have that narrative. I also got the breakthrough with ideas and the fruitfulness of the breakthrough of the ideas. All good until we get to the powerful leader, and then the pain of the backlash comes through. So he has it all in line. All of it sounds wonderful. He does a great job. And then we have them.
Assholes.
That are going to fight against him. So I don't know if anybody got any further than the fight back, but not everybody is going to be on board, and it's going to be a hard. Even though the messaging is great and wonderful, it doesn't sound like it's going to go very well. So,
Thank you, Beth Cat, for typing out the question. Danny, what did you get?
I'm going to disagree with Sheila. We're going to wrestle, and whoever wins the wrestling match.
It's going to cost you, probably.
So, but I did get something similar to what Sheila has. Joe Biden, so I have the strength card here. So he's exuding strength. It's being covered by temperance. So it feels like it's not going to be 100% what he wants, the 100% the right thing, but it's going to be a balance. It's going to be something at the base. He wants people to come together to celebrate. However, in the past, I got the moon card. So there's all this shadowy stuff that's coming out, crazies howling at the moon that are denying that there is an issue. And then at the top of the reading, I got 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. So what Sheila was saying, that not everybody's on board with this. They're going to start spinning it like, oh, it's not that bad. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. However, I did get for my the 6th card, the near future, I got a celebration. So I think that what he is going to do is going to help enough that it's going to be a big positive step. But the 7 of Cups card and the Moon card in the past, they're throwing a monkey wrench into what we need to have happen.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. And I got some of the same stuff. So I got the strength card I got the 2 cards Sheila got. And I agree. Some of them just absolutely will not change their perception. But Biden will move forward. So right now, when we're having all these problems, it's going to be like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we find out they make the decision to be cheater, pumpkin eater, and they go back on their word. So we're going to take a couple steps forward. And then it looks like, and I also have, it's funny that we got, if we look at the months of the timing of this, we got August, September, October. So we go forward, and then by October, somebody goes, No, I'm not going to sign that. So someone mansions out
Oh,
here.
someone mansion.
Someone mansions. Okay. All right. I have one more big question, and then I'm going to ask. Well, we want to ask about Lake Mead too. I think Sheila was going to do that one, but I just have a quick question on Governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan. He's termed out being governor. He's endorsing his a replacement, Republican replacement that Trump is not endorsing, so they're eating their young, and which is quite delightful. So, well, we waited for it. We've been waiting for it. There it is, right? It's also happening in Arizona. Pence is supporting someone that Trump isn't, so they're splintering. It's splintering, fraction, just like we saw. So Larry Hogan, is he going to? He was head of the Governors Association, top dude, and all the governors of the United States. So I want to know, and he's a true conservative. He actually makes. I mean, he's an icky Republican, but he's like he has some sense. I want to know if he's going to run for president. So let's just see. Will Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan run for president in 2024? Yes or no?
Huh. Is he the guy that goes on like CNN and okay.
See, even some of the Democrats, even Sandman said, I like Larry Hogan. He does have some common sense. He does. He has some, he goes over to the blue side a little bit. He's quite purpley, really.
You know, and I just want somebody that's not crazy. You know, that's
not
the
crazy.
next step for me. Just somebody that's not crazy. You can have different views than me, but you can't be crazy.
Right.
I want to be the only crazy one. I don't want anybody else.
You can have the title. Beth Cat, the question is, will Governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan, run for president? He's a Republican. What'd you get?
I'll go ahead and go.
Please do.
I got the most confusing cards ever with this guy. So what I got right off the bat is that lovers, they love him. He's loved, he's liked, no big deal. He did work well. He did, and then the happy cup over top of it, but there's a judgment against him. This could be just because he's a Republican, who knows, but there's a definite judgment, a base judgment against him. And I got the Four of Swords going forward, that timeout, that reflection, meditation. I also got the Ace of Pentacles, that manifesting. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But then I got this one.
Oh, I got that too.
Yeah, so there's something there. There's something ending bondage, that maybe that judgment and that devil is a card that could be buddied up together. And then I got I got strength, and I got the sun. So I'm thinking whatever his judgment is of the failure gains strength and becomes out into the open. And this is usually success, but I think it's the success of whatever it is that is, back in his skeleton closet is coming out.
So you don't think he's going to run?
I don't, because of the Four of Swords came going forward.
Is that the outcome?
No, the sun. Well, after the Devil card, these were the outcome. Like the strength of his failure was going to come out into the, not him, because I got time out. So it was bizarre. They were a little, but I think that's what's going on. I also got with these cards is the spider web, where he gets caught up in a web somewhere. So.
Mhm.
What about you, Danny? What did you get?
I got a mixed bag too. I got the 9 of Cups card that flew out
Wow.
when I was shuffling. So I'm going, oh, is he going to get his wish? Whatever his wish is. I got him moving on. I got the with the Chariot. I got the 5 of Swords, winning at any cost, and then I got the Page of Cups, which so he's hearing this conversation of you can run, you can do this, and so he's thinking about it. But there's flying cards. There's something about this this run, if he decides to take it, that's going to come out with some really unexpected news, and it's going to tie him up. And when Sheila said bondage, that's what this card represents to me. It's a woman, and it's kind of like the Kevin Costner Dances with Wolves character, stands with fists. She's all like, ugh. So she can't move. I mean, she could, but there's something keeping her down, keeping him from moving forward. So he's got some baggage that something's going to keep him back from running. So I'm getting a no too.
I got a mixed bag as well. I think that he truly wants to, and there is a problem with not only a woman. I've got the King of Wands too. Now that could be the Pootie thing, because I don't think he took money from Pootie. I hope he didn't take. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he tries to go forward, and then he gets into a fight, and I don't know about the wolf thing and stands with fists. Do you know how old that movie is, Danny? How many times have you seen that movie to actually remember what her name is?
I don't remember her name, but I remember
That's her name, stands with fists.
And I remember that she had like an 80s hairstyle, and I go, why is her hair all feathered? I mean, because now I'm into that thing. I'm into coifness and.
Wait, Lori remembers her name. I wonder how many times she's seen the movie.
If you would ask me that before he said it, I would never have remembered. But
what was the wolf's name? What was the wolf's name?
I have no idea.
Somebody in the chat will know.
Somebody will know. Okay. Which one of you, Sheila, did you have a question about Lake Mead?
I think that was Danny, possibly. Had the Lake Mead.
Oh.
Was that you?
It's a good question.
Juno asked, is Lake Mead going to run so low that the Hoover Dam stops producing power?
There we go. Yeah.
So will the Hoover Dam continue to produce power?
And the name of the wolf was Two Socks.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Who came up with that? Katie.
Juno and Katie.
Yes.
And
Katie
Pamela.
know it all. 2 Socks. Juno got it too.
So will Lake Mead stop producing power?
Well, yeah. Well, so will Lake Mead go so low that the Hoover Dam stops producing power? So I'm just going to ask, is the Hoover Dam going to stop?
And then we can ask, will the Diablo power plant continue its operation past its closed scheduled date?
Hoover Dam producing power. Will Hoover Dam continue to produce power?
And is it this year we're looking at? This year?
Yes. Well, this year, next year, next summer.
Oh.
What? You go, Danny. Go. I hear you mumbling over there.
Yeah, I only pulled 3.
Okay.
I got the Tower. I got the Hermit. and I got the sun upside down.
Oops.
So my interpretation is we're going to be surprised by this. I don't know why, because we see it, but it's going to take some people by surprise because it's going to happen really fast. We're going to try to find some solution to it. We're going to be kind of like all alone, going, how do we deal with this? How do we turn the lights on? And then I got the sun reversed, which is it's not going away. It's not happy time. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, I say yeah.
Okay. So you say
We're gonna
that,
it's gonna stop producing electricity.
okay. All right.
That's
Go
my
ahead.
interpretation.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay, Miss Sheila, what do you have?
Well, I went ahead and got out my situational cards to see what situation this is in. So I got focused, like they're focused on it. They got their eye on what's going on. They're not blind to it. However, they're focused because they have had this lesson before. History has already done something in the past where they're trying to go back and find out how they did it, what happened, and how they fixed it. So they're focused on the history and learning from the past mistakes. But the unfortunate problem is it gets trashed with tragedy. So I'm thinking too that the forbidden love, the forbidden water, is disregarded and thrown out.
Oof.
So there's something going, like they're not going to be able to maintain it, and it does feel a little like before Christmas. It does. I don't know why that came up in my mind, but it's almost like watching a hoping for a Christmas miracle and it doesn't happen. That's what I've kind of felt. So yeah, I don't know. That sucks.
Okay. I mean, I've got some of that. There is going to be a call to action. They're going to say like, okay, we have to do something right now. But this is after somebody, I don't know who's siphoning from that lake, but somebody is taking water out of that lake that doesn't belong there. I mean, someone's cheating. Someone's cheating while someone else isn't looking, or we're not looking on purpose while someone takes. So I don't know if that's farmers, if it's ag people, it's people in a neighboring counties or state. Somebody's grifting really bad, taking the water. Then they're going to get called on it. They will be called out on it. There will be some legal situation. Then we're having to make some different. I don't know if, like Terry said, there's going to be some solar. They're going to try to do something. They're going to try to throw a Hail Mary at the dam somehow to bring some more water in to do it. But the big cards are the fool's on its side, and then here's this could just be wishful thinking. So I'm tending to think there's a finishing here. Something goes. They're going to have to come up with something else. All right.
Well, and that's interesting that you said they're going to try to do something, and you go, well, how do you fill up Lake Mead? How is that possible without rain? But they are now diverting some of the water from up north, Montana, or some of the other smaller lakes up there. But Lake Mead is so huge, and there are people there's water contracts that are not fair. And people are stealing the water. There's no water going down to the delta for the migratory animals. So there's a lot of people stealing water.
Yeah, and my brother said something about they were going to try to take water out of the Mississippi River, and I was like, well, you can't do that. There's parts of it that are barely, you can barely navigate when it goes so low. So I don't know how they would do that either. We're gonna be doing rain dances with headdresses on. They're pretty
Sign me up.
We're gonna be asking for the most benevolent outcome. We're already asking for it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to ask if Kristi Noem of the governor of South Dakota, do we want to ask if she's going to get reelected?
Okay.
Look at that real quick.
What's a little bit of a history on her?
Well, she's currently she's far right, pro-birth, anti-choice. She's already the governor of South Dakota. She's big time Trumper. And Zach asked this question. Thank you, Zach.
And do we know who her Democratic opponent is?
I do not off the top of my head. Kristi Noem. Will she win re-election?
Okay.
If one of you wants to Google, Danny might be on the Googler.
I'll Google it.
Okay, Kristi Noem. And she's in trouble because she gave her daughter a license to do surveying, property appraisal. You may remember. Put her license through when she didn't pass the test at school or something, or didn't go the proper channel. Something happened bad. And so the daughter wasn't able to do it.
The Republicans are always cheating at something.
No.
That's why they say that the laws are not good, so that when they get caught cheating, we tell them, see, the law was not good. There's no reason for that law.
Ooh, I'm getting people don't want her. There's a shakeup in them there hills.
Okay, I'm not finding anything.
Does anybody know who the Democratic challenger is to Governor Kristi Noem in South Dakota? Do you have your cards out, Sheila?
I do have my cards out.
Do you get a yes or a no?
She comes into everything. This is her presenting. This is who she is. When she approaches whatever she does in her life, that's how she approaches it.
What card is that?
The devil.
Okay.
So then I have the Ten of Swords. This is her plan, her game. I also got the Three of Wands, looking for assistance. She's going to look for assistance in the Republican Party. And then the steady progress to get her in. However, the base of all of this is the Eight of Cups, seeking for a deeper meaning maybe seeking, this is usually walking away, but I think what she's wanting is more money, more deeper in the roots, what she can get. And then, of course, this is the one part that I do not like to read on when I get these things, is the Nine of Cups, wishful thinking. The wishes come true. I have a feeling unless the Democratic voters in that state get together and start pushing, I have a feeling she is going to be.
You think she's going to make it?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get, Danny? Did you get a yes or a no?
You go first. I want to look at these cards because I'm getting a no, but I think she might be going for something bigger.
Okay. She might go for a vice president.
Something.
She's going to do something with another male. I totally agree. She may be going up above and beyond. She's really struggling right now. Really struggling. Some people don't want her. And she doesn't have enough money. And then she gets this, then there's secret big boost here. I think that's what Sheila saw too. Then with the Nine of Cups, she's got a bigger wish, Danny. I think you are right. I think somebody's probably has already started talking to her about. Yeah. It could even be Pence.
Oh, that wishful thinking, that makes more sense now going forward into the being jolted into something else. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, she's going to fight. She's going to fight, but there's something bigger. She keeps going. She keeps rolling. If she doesn't get the governorship, then she's going right on to VP nominee.
Right.
Something's big.
Right. That's kind of what I'm getting. Are you done?
Yes.
Sorry. So at the center of this, I got the wild ride card. So there's something going on with her that's giving her just a crazy ride. And just the last part of, I did a full spread on her, is she's hearing something from a big, powerful man, emperor. Her hopes and fears is the devil card. And I think that when I look at that card, that could be a blessing and a curse for her, especially if Trump's base is just like pulling away and going, okay, too much crazy town. We need to get something a little more stable than just this wackadoodle energy that Trump seems to bring on. I see the burden that she's carrying as she's walking forward, and the clarifier is a transition. So the bottom of the deck is a new beginning with the King of Wands, and to me, she's got some kind of decision that she's making about bigger pictures, about with the King of Wands, which when you said Pence, I went, oh my gosh, that could be it.
Well, that could get that right wing base that he needs so much that she's full of.
Yes.
To go with him.
Yes.
That would change the whole landscape.
It would.
It really would. Because she's got those people.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Okay, so Sheila, you wanted to ask if the testimony tomorrow is going to have another former White House aide. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. Is it Samantha?
Oh no, that wasn't my question.
Debbie? Oh, what's your question? Okay.
No.
I thought you wanted to know how the January 6th, was that you, Danny, that wanted to know how the January 6th?
I wanted to know because they're getting the deleted text messages from the Secret Service.
Right. They're getting, so with that.
So that I was wondering what is going to be the outcome of that. What is in those text messages that is going to impact this country?
Okay, let's look at that. What's in the missing secret sex?
Woo! We just took a turn.
That lady that wrote, that author that wrote the book on the Secret Service did say that some of they do sext on there. So she said that, that they don't usually use the texting for big, important things. They usually use their earwire.
Yeah.
So let's see what it is, if it has anything to do with the January 6th.
I'm just gonna now. If the lover shows up, I'm just gonna.
Well, that would make a lot of sense to the reason why they thought they should do that is because they definitely don't want to get caught being scuzzbags. Yeah.
But only the 5th and 6th days of texting.
True that.
Days
are too.
Come on.
Yeah.
I know.
We know there's some horned
Would
ones.
they have that on a backup server somewhere? Well, I mean, yeah, they would. All that. Andy. All right.
Ooh, I get they're not going to get all of them.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
What are you getting, Miss Sheila?
I'm still shuffling, hanging out.
There's something about money on there too. And there could be some sexting because we've got the devil and the Page of Swords. I don't think they're going to get them all though, because the success is the page is on its side. So I don't think everything comes through. they're going to have to really search. They tried to kill something. They really tried to bury something here.
Yeah, I really got some profound cards on this as well.
And somebody's really afeared. I mean, they really afeared. They don't want it to come out. There's something about money, something else that was said about something that was seen on the internet. So they are going to get some, but it isn't going to be everything.
Right.
But what they get, I think, will be alarming. I mean, because this is some big stuff.
Good. Yep. I also got the Page of Swords as well. So, do you want me to go?
Yes.
Okay. So what I got here was taking action. As soon as they heard that it was going to, they took action. This is the whole, message of the reading. And then I got that they were victorious and they got what they needed. Although I also had the Page of Swords, taking your time to think before you act, which is really an interesting Page of Swords. Page of Swords is also that young person who is intelligent that doesn't have the maturity to face the world as a complete and huge adult, right? That's what the pages are. And this is where they talked about that. It's almost like the people who were in the Secret Service at that time were as almost as immature as the president. It was like this whole cesspool of, the highly intelligent adults are like, I'm not working for this guy. See you later. So they had to come up with these guys. That's the base of it. These guys that were all involved. However, they know that whatever they see is going to be a chaos terror moment for them.
Wow.
Because they were fools. And it's going to be heartbreaking, the information that comes out of that for this country. Now, my intuition it feels like they're going to find out more of a Secret Service collaboration with what they wanted versus anything else. It's going to be astonishing to us that the Secret Service would possibly have been in the planning or agreed to the plan, I think.
Wow. And there's a lot of people in the chat saying that it could reveal their plan to get Pence into the car. I think Lisa was saying that, and Beth Cat. So that could be part of it. I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles, though. What are you getting, Danny?
Well, I'm getting a lot of, they are going to get some with the Six of Wands, but being challenged by the High Priestess, they're not getting them all. We are going to get a lot of information that is going to be, it's going to be crazy, the information that we're going to get. But I think it's going to cause some fights, and I got the Five of Swords, so either the Secret Service is going to be fighting to keep some of these texts out of the public's eye, or something. I'm not there. It's creating some kind of turmoil. At the top of the reading, I got it. It's all about the devil, and then there is going to be, as you said, Lori, some exchange of money coming from some of this unexpected information that we're going to hear from these texts. But we're not getting it all. We're not getting all of the information.
No.
Could it be that they have to claim Secret Service? Like, maybe is that the portion that they're not going to get? Like, this is too highly top secret?
It could be.
I'm just curious.
I think there's going to be definitely something that comes out from I'm sure there's females in the Secret Service. There's going to be a problem with one lady, and there's going to be a problem with money somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Danny, which one of you guys has another question? I think we have time for two more.
Okay. I want to talk, and I think Sheila mentioned this too. So if I'm stealing your question, Sheila, you can take it too.
We're used to it, Danny. Just go up. Just go.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Danny, you
Okay.
can steal with love. It's all right.
Okay, the AG, Merrick Garland, introduced or reinstated a memo that Bill Barr created in 2020 about you can't investigate a sitting or somebody running for high office who's in an election year running for high office. For example, if Trump decides to announce that he's running, then there cannot be any new investigations or indictments against that person without the permission of Merrick Garland and some other higher ups.
And Bill Barr.
Yeah, but I think Bill Barr's out of it now.
Oh, he took it. Bill Barr wrote it, but he took it over.
Right.
Yeah.
What Merrick Garland was iterating a long-standing. This is nothing new. This is a long-standing policy that he was just putting out. You know, have you ever worked in an office where you get these old crusty new policy, you know, that you have to learn over and over again? I think that's probably what the whole situation is. But I want to know exactly what Danny was saying is I want to know, is this something that's going to block them from going after Donald Trump if he announces that he is going to be running for president? Now, Trump doesn't really want to announce that he's running for president too overly soon, because that means he has to make sure all of his money is being, what is it called, accounted for.
Right.
And he can't use that to pay everybody's, you know, lawyer fees if he runs for office. So he's hanging out as long as possible too. But let's see if this little letter is going to be a stumbling block for the DOJ.
Okay, well, that's a good way to phrase it. Is that letter going to be a stumbling block for the DOJ? Should Trump announce? And it was covered by Rachel Maddow last night.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to watch it or know the history. I mean, he would okay it. He would okay the investigation, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think this is a policy that that's not a law. So he, as Garland, can always override a policy. Always. So
Be a stumbling block to prosecute Trump. Thank you, Beth Cat. What'd you get, Danny?
I'm gonna read. So the first two cards I got was the King of Cups, my Joe Biden card, being covered by the Ace of Cups. Two emotional, calming cards. One's a new emotion. One's just an old, calm emotion. Not that I'm saying Joe Biden's old. Not that I'm saying he's not. But squirrel. I digress. There's going to be some legal issues that are coming up. That's at the foundation of this. But all these cards, it feels like Merrick Garland is he's got a plan for this and why he said that. At the top of the reading, I got the six of cups. And in this deck, it's a woman handing somebody an apple or holding an apple. I think he might be setting a little trap that we don't know about. And in the potential near future, I have the King of Swords, and this is a legal issue coming out. So I think he's kind of, I don't know. These cards are so good that it seems like he's setting a trap for somebody with this letter. He's got other intentions with it.
Okay, that's very interesting take. What are you getting, Sheila?
Yeah.
Well, mine, I had to go a little farther into some of my cards as well, because the first thing I got was heartbreak. I've gotten the Tower so many times this time reading. I usually don't get as much Tower, but I got the heartbreak in the Tower. Wow. And then I also have the you have earned your success. So that was, I was like, is this saying that he's going after him no matter what the memo says? Is he going to go after Trump no matter what? So I went ahead and put those aside, and then I got out my situationals. Now my situational says a little bit more. It says the hamster wheel, like they're in there, they're doing their thing, they're running the machine. And this says everything's on the table. It says offer, proposal, and commitment. Merrick Garland is committed to taking down everybody that was involved in the January 6th. So the commitment says that letter will have nothing to do with his commitment, because I got the verge, about to reveal and confess. He is about to pounce. I've had this feeling for a little while that he is about to pounce on the big, huge, if not with Trump, but somebody huge. I mean, we're going to be like, oh, yeah, and we're going to be dancing in the streets. Yeah. May not be him, but he's there. So that's what I feel.
Okay. All right, great. I got something similar. I don't think it's going to block Trump, and I really don't care which charge they go after Trump for, as long as they make it a big one and take him down. That's all I want to do. I don't care. I've always got it's 3 women that bring him up, on that 3 queens that take him out somehow. Maybe it's just a combination of what all 3 queens come up with. But I think it blurs the lines. And I think Danny's right. I do. I think you're both right. But I think they're going. He's got his eye on somebody else here, in the party. But I don't think it blocks him. So I think you're right, Sheila. I don't think it blocks him. So do you want to ask real quick? So before we get a message for everybody for their reading for the upcoming week, do you want to ask if just a quick yes or no, will Merrick Garlic?
You're starting to sound like me.
Make the pasta salad back. Merrick Garlic.
Will Merrick Garland bring charges against Trump, file charges, any kind of charges on Trump in the next 2 months? Soon.
Okay.
Soon.
And I wanted to take a little temperature on Steve Bannon and his trial, but...
Oh, okay. We can do that real quick. Merrick Garland, will you bring charges against Trump?
And Lori, if you have to go, we'll just stay on your channel.
I'd like to see that happen.
Oh, this is interesting.
It is very interesting.
Actually, I threw 3 cards instead of just 1.
What did you get?
So you remember, you know how the 8 of Cups is also making your decision and taking action with confidence. It's not all, so taking action with confidence. So I got that card with that, and then feeling the grief. I got the grief, feeling the grief of it, but the celebration in the life. Like, he knows that in order to put this country back together, that he has to kind of, go forward in doing that. Or else, once he does do that, we get that celebration of life back. So I'm going to say, yeah.
Okay. What did you get, Danny?
Well, I got 1 card that flew out, and then I pulled 3 others that are similar to Sheila's. The card that flew out is the 10 of Cups. That's my Democratic card. That's a cheering card. Everybody's celebrating. So the 3 cards I pulled are the Two of Swords, making a decision. It's not going to be easy. He's kind of balancing which one to go with, and it doesn't really matter. I've got the Queen of Cups. So there's so much that he can go after. And then there's some heartbreak. I mean, some battles with the Five of Swords that people are going to be walking away. So either this is people walking away from the former guy, right? After Merrick Garland brings this out. And then I said, is that true? Or is Merrick Garland really gonna do something in the next couple of months? And I got, it's a positive. So yeah, I think so.
Okay. And just real quick, for myself, I got that he will come up with something, but he's got his eye on something that's happening somewhere else. So whether that's Georgia, and then he follows up after that. So he moves forward with something, but he's got his eye on where there's other charges, and then he holds off with something until later. So it's like he shows you some of his cards, and then he keeps the wild card up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Waiting for Georgia and New York. All right. Let's see, Miss Sheila. Let's take a look real quick on Bannon. Is he gonna?
Yeah, I can see they're doing jury selection, and they're just having a hard time because there's people showing up. They're like, he's guilty already, so they can't. They're having a hard time finding people to be on the jury. I find that funny, for one, is because it's like taking the temperature of the country. How are you? You made it famous. You're the one that did this to yourself.
So are we asking, is he going to jail? Bannon going to jail?
Yeah, let's see how his trial is going to go, because I don't know about being able to make that decision until the jury is in deliberation. But if you guys can catch it before I can, I normally can't. I just kind of want to see how it's going to go.
Oh, Marie Henson says they've got 12 picked.
Oh, good. So they finally got that done.
They were trying to, Glenn Kirshner said they were trying to pick the ones that said they absolutely had no idea that what was going on with the January 6th committee, or they knew nothing about it. They just don't watch the news. They don't care. They're uninformed.
Oh, good luck. That means if they're not watching the January 6th commission, that means they're probably Trumpers. That's probably what their game was.
They're so super uninformed. Why would you want them on a jury? You want, 12 ignorant people on the jury?
Yes, that's what they want. Isn't that basically Bannon's audience in another way? I don't know. Okay, what did you get real quick, Danny? What have you got?
Someone's really scared. 9 of Swords. That's not good. I got the King of Swords. Someone's head's going to be chopped off. And then I got the Star of Hope. I think he is, this doesn't say jail, but this says that it's, for us, we want to see some kind of justice and some kind of accountability. And that's what this King of Swords is. So I think he's going to go to jail.
You do think he's going to go to jail?
Yeah,
okay. Sheila, what do you have?
Mine was perfect. I got the Hierophant with the Chariot and Justice. Like, bam, 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 bam.
Wow.
That's
wait a minute. My spread was perfect.
Danny, I think that's a good point. I think your spread was perfect too, but Sheila's was probably more perfecter.
More. Oh, and so yours is going to be the most perfectest.
And then my last card for that is his heartbreak. He's for him. So I do think that justice of some sort is going to happen to him, and he's not going to like it, which is what I want. Is for him to be miserable. So.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sheila, for interrupting before you.
We're used to it, Danny.
It's all right. you go.
Oh, Danny, you know that we have to say that even though it's not true. We're just teasing. You know that, right?
I know.
Okay. Well, usually you pick on us a little bit. So maybe today it's your karma day. So I don't know.
Karma's a bitch. I tell you, you got to watch out for it. I tried to tell Trump that he wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah.
No kidding. Okay, so I get that Bannon's head's about ready to explode
Oh,
here, and he's trying. He's trying every trick in the book that he can. They're just gonna get him. He's oblivious. His karma's due. I'm getting. They're gonna offer him. Would you like house arrest for 2 years, or do you want probation? They're gonna. He's going somewhere. He's got to go somewhere. He's going to a special building. He's going to be tied up. He's not going to be able to do what he wants to do, like your 3 of Swords, and he's got a 2. Now, is this 2 months, 2 days, 2 years, 2 years of...
Maybe 2 charges.
Maybe 2 charges. We'll have to wait and see. He's going somewhere.
I like that. He's going to
he does have 2 charges. In each of those charges is a maximum of a year.
Yeah, he probably won't get the maximum. We would like for him to get, but I don't know. I can't wish ill. I would like justice, but I can't wish ill. Okay, so let's ask, what do we need to know for the week?
Okay.
All right, what do we need to know for the rest of the week? After the shock and awe Thursday night, right?
Prime time. And Benny Thompson, let's wish him well, because I hear he has COVID.
Oh, did he? Is that the member that, okay, I heard a member was going to be out with COVID, but I didn't know it was him.
Yeah. Well, I heard it was him. I'm not, 100%.
Okay, but he's vaxxed, so maybe he's okay.
Vaxxed and boosted. He said he had mild symptoms.
Okay.
I don't know who's taking his place, probably Ms. Cheney.
Ms. Cheney,
Yeah.
the woman from Wyoming.
Great state of Wyoming.
Great state of Wyoming. Okay. I love his accent. What do we need to know for this week? What do we need to know?
I'll go ahead and go. I pulled the moon card and I got believe in the impossible. So in the long term, short term, things just get too muckety muck while we're listening to all of the politics and life and all of that. So believe in the impossible. As you say, it's like it's going to be impossible for all of this to work itself out. The absolute truth that even I remind myself every day is, yes, let's believe in the impossible, that it will work itself out and that we will come back together as a human species. Hopefully sooner than later, but, believe in the impossible.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that was great.
Danny, what have you got?
I got believe in the impossible. I'm kidding. But I got this goes along with what Sheila said, and I pulled 3 cards. Because one for each of us. But I got the dry desert, I got the gentle gardener, and I got goblins. And what this is telling me is
goblins. The gentle gardener and goblins.
Yeah.
Is that like a garden, an evil garden gnome or something?
No, this is the gentle gardener. Take care of your ideas, your thoughts. Don't let the goblins creep in because we're not getting this news fast enough and it's not happening fast enough. And so we start going to the dark place. Just be more gentle with us and know that we're on a path, and just be okay with being on the path, taking care of ourselves and not letting the goblins take over.
Watch out for them. They're goblins, Danny.
Yeah.
Do goblins have like a flashing light on their head so that we can see them, or horns or something?
No. Well, you would think so, but they do smell a little bit. So which is why I'm in big trouble because I can't smell it. I don't have a very good olfactory system. So
Wow.
not from COVID, but something similar. So
Were you
Goblins.
punished because you were putting your nose somewhere it shouldn't be, or what happened there?
I had a real bad. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm not even going there, Lori. Jeez,
Goblins.
I was just kissing some. Never mind.
Well, now I'm gonna in my head. Now I have forever stinky butt goblins. That's how I'm gonna recognize them. Stinky butt goblins.
Goblins, and then we like focus on them. We shouldn't focus on those stinky butt goblins.
No.
Thank you, Sharon, for posting.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I get that there's love and kindness and great stuff in the air. We are going to hear, the Secret Service stuff that Sheila was bringing up. That's definitely. But we have reason to celebrate. We really do. We're getting something. There's going to be that where we've been, just not sure, uncertain. There's news coming. We're going to get some big gifts. We're going to get some big treats. This goblin, you take your goblins and get them out of here. But
Stinky butt goblin.
Stinky butt goblins. But there is a little bit of icky stuff that we find out at the hearing, and a problem. There's a secret with a building. I don't get this. I feel like something about the Capitol's really, there's a big secret that's going to be revealed. But then we get all this yay. We get all this really great yay stuff, something to celebrate. So that's really great news.
Good. Well, I like your little gift that you got. I wish we had good. So you're talking about there's going to be something about the Capitol. They're going to go over that whole 127 minutes or whatever it is. They're going to go over that. So they're going to probably show more of the breach.
Yeah, something about the building itself. Yeah.
Good.
All right, you guys. Well, I think we're ending on such a positive note. Thank you, Miss Foggy, even though Danny's trying to throw a stinky butt goblin in there, but that's Danny.
No, I just say don't think about the stinky butt goblin. Think about the celebration, all the news, all the good stuff. Be good to yourself.
About fairy magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good luck on your fundraiser that's coming up.
Thank you. That's going to be Friday on House of Lenormand. Thanks for bringing that back up. 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's
Planned Parenthood.
Huge.
Yeah.
We got to keep fighting.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Lori.
Have a great rest of your week,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Beth Cat and T-Barb.